General. Ha! Pinuno, baba kamay. Ha! Ba! Hap! Pinuno, handa na po ang talupad upang libutin.
Please be seated. Ladies and gentlemen, it's our guest of honor, Brigadier General Charito Plaza, Director General, Philippine Economic Zone Authority. Assisting accompanied by police host, Police Brigadier General Atty, Executive Officer, Directorate for Police Community Relations, and the Honor Guard Commander, Police Colonel Atty.
Pinaabot ng ating panauhing pandangal na si Brigadier General Charito Plaza, Director General, Philippine Economic Zone Authority, ang kanyang taus-pusong pasasalamat sa parangal na ginawa natin sa kanya sa umagang ito.
Ladies and gentlemen, the rider honors have been completed. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, Brigadier General Charito Plaza, Director General PEZA. A round of applause, ladies and gentlemen.
All number 2s on cover to the right. Move! Ligtas. Yeah!
And welcome to flag raising ceremony. Conferment of award, signing of implementing rules and regulations of Memorandum of Agreement between the PNP and PEZA, and Memorandum of Understanding between the PNP and the Anti-Money Laundering Council here at the National Headquarters, Philippine National Police. Joining us are the D-Staff, and NSU Directors. The ceremony will now begin.
Talupad! Man! Ha!
Magsitayo po tayong lahat. Mga kababayan, awitin po natin ang lupang hinilang, ang pambansang awit ng Republika ng Pilipinas.
Tanghal! Ha! Sino? Puri kamay. Ho! Baba! Ha!
And now, we would like to request the Deputy Director for Administration of the PMP Chaplain Service, Police Colonel Arnulfo Castillo, to deliver the invocation.
Let us put ourselves in the presence of a loving God. In the epistle of Paul, brethren, whatever is true, noble, right, pure, lovely, admirable, if anything is excellent or praiseworthy, think about such things. Loving Father, praise and bless your holy name, for you are such an awesome God, much bigger than our shared problems and fears in the midst of this year-long health crisis. Praise to your great love and unconditional one that always inspire us to mirror it in our day-to-day life. Love, commitment, fidelity to family and loved ones, and our work, especially as we celebrated Valentine's Day yesterday. Truly spoken or unspoken, love is the most powerful thing in this world. Bless us, O Lord, and all our frontliners, to include our law enforcers, that may we realize how important and significant our professions and vocation. As you said, many were called, but few were chosen. Bless our 220,000 strong dynamic police force, always ready to vote in, headed by our beloved Chief PNP, Police General Debold Mcinas, and all our inspiring activities today of the Conferment of Award and that of the MOA signing between the PNP and the PEZA, and the PNP and the AMLC. And all this may give glory and honor to your holy name, that reminds us of the strong partnership, collaboration, as we continue our mandate to serve and protect the people. And all this we pray in your mighty name. Amen.
Amen. Na panunumpa ng katapatan sa watawat ng Pilipinas and police officers pledge shall be led by Police Colonel Bernie Uri, Chief IORC, DPCR.
panunumpa ng katapatan sa watawat ng Pilipinas.
Taas ka ng kamay! Ha! Sino? Taas ka ng kamay. Ha!
Sabay-sabay nating bigkasin ang panunumpa ng katapatan sa watawat. Ako ay Pilipino, buong katapatang nanunumpa sa watawat ng Pilipinas at sa bansang kanyang sinasagisan na may dangal, katarungan at kalayaan na pinakikilos ng sambayanang makadiyos, makatao, makakalikasan at makabansa.
Sino? Baba kamay. Ha! Baba ka ng kamay! Ha!
In unison, let's recite the police officer's pledge. I will love and serve God, my country and people. I will uphold the Constitution and obey legal orders of the duly constituted authorities. I will oblige myself to maintain a high standard of morality and professionalism. I will respect the customs and traditions of the police service. And I will live a decent and virtuous life to serve as an example to others.
Please be seated.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, let us hear the welcome remarks of Police Brigadier General Julius S. Lagiwid, the Deputy Director for Police Community Relations.
Our Chief PNP, Police General Memorandum, sir, members of the PNP Command Group, members of the Directorial Staff, Directors of the National Support Units, other officers, non-commissioned officers, non-uniformed personnel, other distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. Today, we are once again about to witness the unfolding of another great achievement in the history of the Philippine National Police capabilities to forge partnership with national institutions whose mandates are pivotal to upholding the integrity and honor in government service as well as in protecting the welfare of the state and its constituents. This morning, allow me to welcome the Director of the Office of the Civil Service Commission, Central Office, Atty. Carlo Dibala, the Director General of the Philippine Economic Zone Authority, Brigadier General Charito B. Plaza, and the Executive Director of the Anti-Money Laundering Council, Atty. Georgie B. Racela. Ladies and gentlemen, the PNP is thankful to the CSC's conferment of Presidential Lincoln Vine Award as it reaffirms the noble achievements of the police in its selfless commitment to serve and protect the people against criminality, terrorism, as well as all forms of abuses and corruption. By these acknowledgements, the CSC reinforces the PNP's moral ascendancy and recognition of the viable programs, activities, initiatives, and best practices that we come up with, particularly in putting humanitarian aspect in the aggressive anti-illegal drugs war, as well as in the aggressive as well as in our compassionate conduct of quarantine rules during the enduring pandemic. Thank you, Civil Service Commission, for the honor. Also this morning, we now arrive at the historical moment when we finally agree to sign the Implementing Rules and Regulations, or IRR, for the PNP PEZA Joint Industrial Peace Concerns Office, or JIPCO. This is an important milestone for ELCAP, and we are blessed that this happens under our Chief PNP, General Debolden Sinas. We thank our Chief PNP for seeing and understanding the wisdom behind the necessity to build alliances between industry players and workers' communities. A partnership based on encouragement and empowerment of all sectors. We thank General Sinas for, finally, we can collaboratively protect the investment integrity of this country, making the Philippines an ideal investment destination in Southeast Asia. And of course, we very much welcome the AMLC to this ceremony as we forge another partnership to fight financing terrorism and stop the flow of money to terrorist organizations duly designated under the anti-terrorism law. This MOA will further enhance our law enforcement and investigative capabilities to run after individuals, group of persons, businesses, and institutions for covertly and overtly supporting terrorism as a means to achieve political and social economic change. Again, without further ado, welcome and good morning to all.
Thank you, sir. At this juncture, the conferment of Presidential Lingkod ng Bayan Award. May we request our awardee, Police Major General Ceremonial, Director for Police Community Relations, to come forward for the conferment. To present the award, may we request Atty. Carlo Bala, Director, Civil Service Central Office, and the Chief PNP, Police General Dibol Sinas, together with the command group for the conferment of the award. May we also request IG ES to join. Police Major General Ceremonial is now conferred as the Presidential Lingkod Awardee for his exemplary performance as public official. Our awardees' relentless programs and campaign to witness or win the heart and mind of the people through his police community relation initiatives have earned mass-based support to the PNP. Again, let us give our awardee a big round of applause. Thank you very much. Please be seated.
Everyone to focus your attention on the screen. And let us watch this audiovisual presentation on backgrounder of MOA between the PNP and PEZA.
Harap sa likod! Harap!
Authority, PEZA, is a government agency created to help promote investments in the export-oriented manufacturing industry into the country by assisting investors in registering and facilitating their business operations and providing tax incentives. Currently, there are 395 operating economic zones distributed nationwide, including 74 manufacturing economic zones, 277 information technology parks or centers, 22 agro-industrial economic zones, 19 tourism economic zones, and 3 medical tourism parks or centers, benefiting direct and indirect employment to 7,543,635 employees. The government is actively promoting the country as a manufacturing investment destination. Foreign investors do not just bring economic benefits for the country and job opportunities for our countrymen, but also showcases the Filipinos' global competitiveness. Essential to the success of making our country an attractive foreign investment destination is the preservation of peace and order. Following this objective, the Philippine National Police and the Philippine Economic Zone Authority had already initiated as a partnership mechanism dubbed as the PNP-PEZA Joint Industrial Peace and Concern Office, JIPCO, and inaugurated offices in Baguio, Mariveles, and Hermosa, Bataan. This is further solidified by the partnership agreement signed on March 26, 2018 by the Philippine Economic Zone Authority and Philippine National Police under the Quad staff, the Directorate for Investigation and Detective Management, Directorate for Intelligence, Directorate for Operations, and Directorate for Police Community Relations through the Police Community Affairs and Development. This will serve as a platform for the installation of a police assistance desk in every city and municipality where industrial zones are located. The team assigned at the desk are trained and capable to address security issues and cater to complaints, queries, and other concerns in the workplace. Strategically, it can also combat pilferage, radicalization, and hijacking of goods that tends to disturb the industrial zone's peace and business activities. Under the program, several activities conducted are the community mobilization and engagement, lectures to address illegal drugs abuse, and lectures and workshops pertaining to criminal and labor laws, women welfare, and gender sensitivity issues. Members will also perform duties as patrollers and first responders, provide assistance and security to various PEZA areas, implement crime prevention measures, conduct criminal investigations, and facilitate the issuance of national police clearance among the PEZA employees. The PNP Industrial Peace Program, which is a derivative of GIPCO, is a continuing testament that police-community relations and partnerships are beneficial to preserving peace and order essential to the country's progress and development. Together, we drive the force of our country's global competitiveness and foreign preference as an investment destination.
Thank you very much.
Harap sa likod! Harap! Yun o, malikod ko. Hat!
Of implementing rules and regulations of Memorandum of Agreement between the PNP and PEZA. We would like to request our signatories to proceed to the ceremonial table for the signing of MOA for the PM and Planning PEZA.
This partnership aims to significantly contribute in providing a globally competitive business environment through the establishment of the PNP-PEZA Joint Industrial Peace and Concerns Office, or GIPCO, renamed Eco-Zone Industrial Peace Program, or EIPP, under the Quad Staff Directorate for Operations, Directorate for Police Community Relations, represented by Police Community Affairs and Development Group, Directorate for Intelligence, and Directorate for Investigation and Detective Management, designed to compose the teams to be assigned, including female police officers, to address security issues and cater to complaints, queries, and other concerns in the workplace with the end in view of promoting industrial peace and respect for the rights of labor and management towards achieving a more conducive business environment in the eco-zones. And in order to carry out and to prescribe the manner, procedure, guidelines for the implementation of the Memorandum of Agreement, the PNP and PEZA will come in the signing of its IRR for this purpose.
For our photo ops, we would like to request the command group and IGES to join, occupying from the left side of the Chief PNP, and the PEZA officials occupying from the right side of Director General of PEZA, please. Thank you very much. We'd like to request the Chief PNP to please remain on the ceremonial table. We will now proceed to the signing of Memorandum of Understanding between the PNP and the Anti-Money Laundering Council, joining the Chief Christine, the Director for Intelligence, for the AMLC, Attorney Mel George Racela, and Attorney Mario David.
The Memorandum of Understanding between the Philippine National Police and the Anti-Money Laundering Council facilitates the establishment of a fusion center inside the PNP headquarters. The said fusion center will serve as the information sharing hub between the PNP and the AMLC to efficiently exchange information and intelligence, maximize resources, streamline operations, and improve the ability of the parties to fight money laundering, terrorism financing, and other crimes by merging data from a variety of sources. With the signing of the MOU, both parties will be assured of continuous cooperation and coordination to effectively prevent, control, detect, investigate, and prosecute unlawful activities under the Anti-Money Laundering Act, as amended, and money laundering activities arising therefrom, and terrorism financing. The PNP and the AMLC will likewise endeavor to cooperate in the areas of capacity building measures to enhance the capability of both parties in addressing money laundering, terrorism financing, and unlawful activities in the country.
For the photo opportunity,
We would like to request the command group and IGES to join, occupying from the left side of the Chief PNP, and the AMLC officials occupying from the right side.
Padaanin po natin yung
Sir, ready, sir? Sir, camera. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. You may now return to your respective seats for the continuation of our program.
as we continue, let us now hear the message of Brigadier General Charito Plaza, Director General PEZA.
With the permission of the Chief PNP, I would like to remove my face shield and face mask so I can loudly be heard. Thank you, sir. Troop Commander, kindly give the troop Ikas Pahinga.
Ikas! Yeah! Yolo, Kas, no!
Thank you. my greetings to our very dynamic PNP Chief, Police General Devol Sinas, my kababayan, sir. Deputy Chief PNP for Administration, Police Lieutenant General Guillermo Lorenzo Eliazar. Our Deputy Chief PNP for Operations, Police Lieutenant General Cesar Hawthorne Binag. Chief of the Directorial Staff, Police Lieutenant General Joselito Vera Cruz. Director of Police Community Relations, our awardee, Police Major General Rodel Ceremonial. Attorney Carlo Bala of the Civil Service Commission, Central Office. Attorney Mel Georgie Racela, the Executive Director of the Anti-Money Laundering Council. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, and of course I have with me my Deputy Director General Theo Panga. May I say a pleasant Monday morning to us all and happy Valentine's. I am very delighted to be here today at the national headquarters of the Philippine National Police for the signing of the implementing rules and regulations between PEZA and the PNP to further strengthen our partnership in providing a safe and globally competitive business environment in economic and free port zones. Just almost 3 years ago, on March 26, 2018, PEZA and the PNP signed the Memorandum of Agreement for the establishment of the PEZA-PNP Joint Industrial Peace and Concern Office, or JICPO. And now, we have arrived to this momentous event of coming up with the IRR of JICPO. Today, as we aim to sign the IRR on our part in PEZA, we are grateful to PNP's leadership in sharing with us our cherished mandate and value to uphold the rights and the welfare of Filipino workers or labor and uphold environmental laws. These are two of which are non-negotiable in PEZA's regulation of industries. It is caring for our Filipino workers' welfare that we can further promote industrial peace and harmony within the economic zones. Our fellow men are not our enemy, but importantly, the government should build bridges for understanding, dialogue, and healing while we provide jobs and facilitate economic activities in our country. As we in PEZA aims to win the hearts and minds of our people with our guns as the jobs, livelihood, and further educate and train the Filipino workers to become multi-knowledge, multi-skilled, and world-class workers. PEZA, as you all know, is the biggest investment promotion agency of the country today. We promote investments, Filipino and foreign investors as well. We also create, and in fact, the biggest creator of employment. We have right now 1.6 million Filipinos directly working in our 410 economic zones and 4,586 companies. We also has to attract investments who are into export driven industries. We also have to attract and bring new technology to the country, develop our millions of hectares of idle lands. We are now pursuing to make our economic zones as the economic driver to grow smart towns, digital cities, and hopefully we will decongest Metro Manila, starting with our economic zones that are now designed into townships, green, healthy, sustainable, and smart ecozones. We hope to create new metropolitan regions in the country. And with the implementation of the JIPCO IRR, the PEZA police force and the PNP will now bring closer the services of the PNP to our investors and our workers. We hope to make more equipped our PNP and our workers by undergoing training seminars that are different from the program of instruction adopted by the PNP. Such trainings will focus more on police relations, crisis resiliency, civilian assistance, and seminars on IED awareness, bomb threats management, and other related life-saving techniques. In fact, in our economic zones and export industries, for the information of our Chief PNP, sir, we are now inviting not just our investors, but our industry workers as well to join the military reserve program so that we can inculcate in their hearts and minds love of country, discipline, work ethics, and ensure our investors that investing in the Philippine economic zones, they will be assured of safety and security because our workers can respond to whatever types of disasters, natural and man-made disasters, calamities, and emergencies. Likewise, this IRR signing will enable the PEZA police force to craft and implement crime prevention measures, crisis control, and contingency plans in public economic zones, as well as the private ecozones. What is the role of the PEZA-PNP partnership? We at PEZA recognize the crucial role of the PNP for the safe and peaceful operations of ecozones daily. Thank you to the Philippine National Police for safeguarding the transport of goods and personnel in PEZA's ecozones by detailing police and providing strategically located police community precincts in our ecozones. I am certain that the formulation of the IRR can fulfill the slogan of JEPCO, which says, "Together, we drive the force of our country's global competitiveness and foreign preference as an investment destination." Anchored on the worldview, think global and act local. We in PEZA aim to promote the full industrialization of the country and making the Philippines as an investment haven in Asia. In this view, we urge the whole of government approach, where all government participate to harness Philippine investment climate. Peace and security remains an important factor of investment that PEZA aims to nurture and strengthen. PEZA-PNP partnership for peace and order in our economic zones. Through the JIPCO and its IRR, we believe this will harness the ease of doing business where PEZA is very famous of, and in fact, we are continuously recognized by the IFC World Bank, the Department of State of America, who says that it is PEZA who showed the best practices among the economic zones worldwide. So we want to help provide a safe and a secure ecozone environment for all of the Filipino and foreign workers, locators, and investors in ecozones. I have faith in the collaboration and teamwork of the PNP and PEZA in ensuring that economic growth corridors like export manufacturing zones, free ports, and special economic zones are conducive to doing business and promote ecozones globally. This is indeed a GIPCO milestone. Even at the time of pandemic, just January last year, 240 PNP participants attended the PNP GIPCO seminar in Angeles Industrial Park, Special Economic Zone. This is in accordance with Section 1 of the Memorandum of Agreement. Conducting capacity building activities such as these seminars are for the benefit of legitimate labor groups as well as enhancing government, labor, management relations in the ecozones. Likewise, the official launching of GIPCO in the province of Tarlac last February 14, 2020, was also a success with the signing of a pledge of commitment, putting up a police assistance desk, and doing GIPCO-related activities in Pampanga Ecozone were also done. These are just some of the many accomplishments that we can continue to achieve in the years to come. With these relevant actions, the GIPCO can also help and boast the PEZA security force in enforcing the law and preserve peace and order in the ecozones. As PEZA and PNP continue to work hand in hand, I am very confident that investments in the economic zones will be secured and maintained as it continues to prosper, thus producing more jobs and generating investments and economic growth for Filipinos. I fervently look forward to the successful implementation of the GIPCO IRR and the continuation of our joint efforts in promoting investments and protecting our ecozone and industry workers, their welfare and their rights. If I may quote former US President Ronald Reagan when he says, "Peace is not the absence of conflict. It is the ability to handle conflict by peaceful means." Peace efforts, therefore, must start within us, within our hearts. We must develop a heart that love is always healthy. A heart that serves is always happy. A heart that cares is always strong. And a beautiful heart is having a good heart. So at this juncture, may I thank our partners in the PNP who really helped PEZA in realizing the GIPCO project. First, of course, is the initiative of Major General Rodel Ceremonial. Thank you, General Ceremonial, for this initiative of our partnership. And Director Wowie De Leon, who is our PNP consultant. So thank you very much, and may we all have a productive, a blessed day, and let us keep that love of our country and our people burning in our hearts. Mabuhay ang PNP, mabuhay ang PEZA, mabuhay ang lahat ng mga Pilipino. Maraming salamat.
Thank you very much, ma'am. Brigadier General Charito, Plaza, Director General, Philippine Economic Zone Authority, or PEZA.
No. No.
Please be seated.
One.
At this time, we would like to request the Executive Director of Anti-Money Laundering Council, Racela, as he delivered his message.
May I ask the troop commander to give the PECAS order to the troops?
Because. No. Because. Now.
Philippine National Police Chief, Police General Debol Sinas, sir. Police Lieutenant General Guillermo Elazar, Deputy Chief for Administration. Police Lieutenant General Cesar Cotton Binag, Deputy Chief for Operations. Police Major General Joselito M. Veracruz, Chief Directorial Staff. Police Major General Rodel O. Ceremonial, Director for Police Community Relations. Director General Charito Plaza of the Philippine Economic Zone Authority. Atty. Carlo D. Bala, Director, Civil Service Commission. Colleagues from the Philippine National Police, men and women of the Anti-Money Laundering Council, good morning. As we live under the new economy, it is with pleasure to welcome you all to a Memorandum of Agreement signing between the Anti-Money Laundering Council and the Philippine National Police, which will reinforce ties between our agencies. As you may all know, the AMLC is the Philippines Financial Intelligence Unit, or FIU. But unlike most FIUs, the AMLC is a hybrid FIU with authority to receive and analyze suspicious transaction reports, investigate money laundering and terrorism financing, and cause the filing of future proceedings and money laundering cases. The Philippine National Police, on the other hand, was established under Republic Act number 6975, otherwise known as the Department of Interior and Local Government Act of 1990, as amended by Republic Act 8551, or the Philippine National Police Reform and Reorganization Act of 1998, and further amended by RA 9708 to enforce the law, to prevent and control crimes, to maintain peace and order, and to ensure public safety and internal security with the active support of the community. Moreover, the PNP is part of the Terrorism Financing and Proliferation Financing Subcommittee, one of the 5 subcommittees of the National AMLC Coordinating Committee that is tasked to implement the National Anti-Money Laundering and Countering the Financing of Terrorism Strategy for 2018 to 2022, or the NAPS. Our agencies have a shared goal to ensure our country's safety and stability for the welfare of our people. Interests therefore converge on an operative term, information sharing. We share what we know, and you share what you know. And signing a MOA between both agencies makes for a more systematic sharing of information. This allows the PNP to share with the AMLC the names of persons of interest, as well as the other documents in its possession. Likewise, the AMLC will share vital information that may assist the Philippine National Police in its fight against criminality.
This MOA then strengthens the feedback mechanism between our agencies to enhance our cooperation. The MOA also features collaboration in the exchange of studies, research, and information on current, new and emerging trends and typologies in money laundering and terrorism financing, and to undertake capacity building measures to efficiently address money laundering, terrorism financing, and unlawful activities in the country. So, on behalf of the AMLC, let me say to the Chief PNP, let us bolt in. Thank you, and we wish you all safety and good health during these challenging times.
Thank you very much, sir.
Go.
Please be seated.
One. Ha!
And now, we are privileged to hear the message of the Chief of the Philippine National Police. Ladies and gentlemen, please.
Please be seated. Troop Commander with Pilas Paina. Because... Hiya! Yo, off. Now.
To Team PNP and our guests, good morning and magandang umaga po sa inyong lahat. First, let me acknowledge our guests for today who are with us. I'd like to acknowledge Attorney Carlo Dibala, the Director of the Civil Service Central Office, and his companion. Sir, welcome to Conferment. Of course, my lovely and beautiful kababayan, Ma'am, maayong pag-abot sa Conferment, si Brigadier General Charito Plaza, the Director General of PEZA, together with their companion. Of course, our partner on money laundering and financial investigation, Attorney Mayor Georgie Racela, the Executive Director of AMLC. Thank you for coming, including his companion, Mr. Alvin Bermido, the Deputy Director on Commitments and Policy Group, sir. We have also here Attorney Emmett Rudon Manantan, the Deputy Director of Financial Crime Investigation Group, and the other members na nandito po sa Camp Crame. I'd like to acknowledge also the full force of the command group, headed by our DCA, General Gilor Elizarbo. Of course, our active DCO, General Cesar Binag, both, and our TCDS, General Jojo Veracruz. And I'd like to acknowledge also yung director ng IG natin, no? Si Attorney Abelfor Preambulo, sir. And the D-Staff presents the Director of the National Support Unit, the non-commissioned officers, and our lovely and ever matapang na in spite of the pandemic ay nandito pa ang mga non-uniform personnel natin. Good morning at mabuhay po tayong lahat. On behalf of the Philippine National Police personnel, let me express my sincerest gratitude and appreciation to the Philippine Economic Zone, or PEZA, and the Anti-Money Laundering Council, or AMLC, for their continued support to the PNP. Alongside the battle against COVID-19, the greatest challenge for our country is to turn the economy into a haven of progress and a healthy community at the same time, and provide a safer and comfortable life for its citizens. The signing of today's IRR between PEZA and the PNP best describe our further efforts in protecting our country, in particular to the security of the economic zone. With this IRR, the PNP and PEZA will work together towards sustaining a competitive Philippine export industry through business-friendly policies and integrated without compromising public safety. Various meetings were conducted to ensure that the IRR will be crafted fair and square for our people. This poses a strong message to investors, most especially abroad, that the Philippines is serious in its objective of reducing the cost of doing business, which PEZA has always upheld through its one-stop shop, non-stop shop policy. There is much more to be done, but we believe with a collaboration like this, we can achieve actual and meaningful progress economically. After all, a collective vision demands collective action. We also signed today a Memorandum of Agreement with AMLC, which aims to establish a fusion center inside here in Crame that will serve as a hub to both parties to efficiently exchange information and streamline the operation. I'd like to inform the Executive Director of AMLC and the PNP and the other guests that the PNP-AMLC Fusion Center has been completed and ready for occupation at the headquarters or at the office of the PNP Drug Enforcement Group that will be inaugurated this coming 17th February, sir, and we hope that you could join us there so that we could start already the coordination. At nais ko rin batiin ang sariling atin na si Police Major General Ceremonial sa karangalang ginagawad sa kanya, ang Presidential Lingkod ng Bayan Awardee. Thank you po, Civil Service Sir. Isang halimbawa, si General Ceremonial na naging daan upang ipaparating sa publiko na marami sa ating mga kapulisan na tahimik na ginagampanan ang kanilang tungkulin sa abot ng kanilang makakaya. Ang lahat na ito ay isang indikasyon lamang ng umiigting pa nating hangarin na supuin ang kriminalidad sa bansa at pataasin ang kakayahan at kalidad ng ating serbisyo sa taong bayan. Finally, I'd like to take this opportunity to thank all of our friends from PEZA and AMLC for coming here today. And may we always remain united in our effort to improve peace and order and security in our country by remaining dedicated and true to our responsibility. To our guests and PNP, let's bolt in for a progressive, bountiful, and successful year 2021. Thank you at mabuhay po tayong lahat.
Thank you very much, sir. Please be seated.
Manda!
At this point, the Chief PNP, together with the PNP Command Group, IGES, would like to present a token to each one of them. May we request our guests to rise once being called. First, may we request Atty. Carlo Bala, Director, Office of the Chairman, CSC Central Office. Our Chief PNP is presenting a badge to our guest, together with a personalized mug, a challenge coin, a personalized mask with a PNP seal. Also, he will be receiving a keychain. And a Voltes 5 mini figure. A round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, sir. May we request the Chief PNP together with the Command Group to please remain as we request Brigadier General Charito Plaza, Director General PEZA. Our guests will likewise receive a badge, a personalized mug, a challenge coin, a personalized mask with a PNP logo, a keychain, and a Voltus 5 figurine. Likewise, our guest will receive a photo souvenir which was taken during the arrival honors earlier this morning. A round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much, ma'am. Please be seated. Our next presenter is Atty. Georgie Racela, Executive Director, AMLC. Also, he will be receiving a badge, a mug, a challenge coin, a personalized mask, a keychain, Voltus 5 miniature, and likewise he will be receiving a plaque of appreciation. Citation reads, plaque of appreciation is presented to Atty. Georgie Racela, Executive Director, AMLC Secretariat, in grateful acknowledgement and sincere appreciation for his unwavering commitment and valued support to the PNP. And in return, AMLC would likewise will present a plaque of appreciation to the Chief PNP during this occasion, a MOA between the PNP and AMLC. A round of applause, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you very much, sir. And that concludes, ladies and gentlemen, our ceremony this morning. Keep safe always, magandang umaga po muli, at mabuhay ang Philippine National Police.